I'm going to take a look at a TOTM, or Tailored Operational Training Meal. This is basically an MRE light, I guess you could call it. It has mostly the same components that you'd find in an MRE, just less of them. And I've done reviews of TOTMs in the past, but it's been quite a while, so I think we'll go over a few of the basics about this. Now in appearance, the TOTM does look a little bit different from the standard genuine MREs. It's in the clear packaging, it's a little bit smaller, and looking at it you might mistake it for a commercial MRE or a civilian MRE. A lot of the commercial ones also come in clear packaging, like this one here from American. This is one of their APAC meals, so it definitely looks more along the lines of something like that. And as a matter of fact, this is made by the Spacco company, one of the suppliers of genuine MREs for the government. And Spacco makes their own commercial MRE called the SurePack. And that is actually in pretty much, I believe, the exact same bag that this comes in. So it's easy to confuse them. But the one thing is obviously the name TOTM, and the thing to keep in mind is that these do have the warning on them, U.S. government property, commercial resale is unlawful. And the only other MRE you'll find that on is the genuine MREs. So why do they make a TOTM in addition to the standard MREs? Well, basically the keyword is training. When the soldiers are in training, a lot of times they won't require everything that's in a full MRE. They won't need as many calories. It's designed for like classroom training. If somebody's learning some new skills, could be in an actual classroom or could be outdoors. Something where they're not near a mess hall and it may not be convenient for the mess hall to truck a bunch of food out to them. So it's basically the equivalent of a brown bag lunch, but a little bit neater because it's got the MRE stuff in it. And like I said, the components are going to be the same as what you'd find in the genuine MRE. This one here is the Vegetarian Taco Pasta. And while these are genuine MRE components, except probably for the accessory pack, you're going to find some differences between this and the genuine one. Here's an image from MREinfo.com of a 2014 menu number 11 Vegetarian Taco Pasta. And we'll see how that stacks up to what's inside of this one. But for now, let's go ahead and take a look and see what's inside of this TOTM. Oh, I forgot to mention too, the reason I was comparing it to a 2014 menu is because the date code on this one is 4233. So this one is packaged on the 233rd day of 2014. This is a very fresh one. The Vegetarian Taco Pasta was introduced in 2014, I believe. So there's the entree right here. There's the date code right on there, 176th day of 2014 this was packaged. And in the old days, of course, they came in the complete cardboard box, but now they have the little sleeve, which you can use to heat it up when it's in the Flameless ration heater. And also, it's also designed that you can fold the bottom of the pouch in, and you can use that to eat it while it's hot. The only problem with that is that it goes in this way, but of course nowadays they've switched the retort pouches so that they tear across the long side. So, I mean, if you have a knife or something, you can still do it that way and eat it out of here, but for the most part, this doesn't really work. But anyway, here's the nutrition facts for anybody interested in the ingredients. And this one happens to have M&Ms. Commercial bag of M&Ms. Best before June 2015, so these are fine. These should be fine. It's a newly packed MRE, so that's good, or a newly packed TOTM. Orange beverage-based powder. They don't have the Carbohydrate Electrolyte one, because I guess they figure you don't need as much energy. Peanut butter. And interestingly, no crackers or anything to put the peanut butter on. But it does come with tortillas. So you can see a few differences between this and the genuine ones. The genuine one doesn't come with tortillas. I guess the taco pasta, I'm really interested to see what this is like. I mean, it's a vegetarian meal. It has taco in it, but it also has pasta in it, so it brings to mind something Mexican and Italian. But I guess In this case, they want you to eat them with the tortillas. The taco pot, that seems to make sense, but the pasta doesn't seem to make as much sense. And at the same time, like I said, the genuine one does not come with tortillas, but it does come with crackers, which would be convenient to put the peanut butter on. Of course, this one comes with the peanut butter, but not the crackers. And we also have one of these commercial MRE looking accessory packs, which appears to have coffee, creamer, sugar, salt and pepper, and moist towelette probably in there, I don't see one, and a brown spoon and a napkin. Which is interesting because the genuine MREs generally don't come with regular pepper, and I always think that would be a good thing for them to have. And the last thing is you can heat this up because it does have a flameless ration heater. Oh, this is a 2014 flameless ration heater, and I see they've actually changed the graphics a little bit. And rock or something looks different. But they've kept it, despite the change, they've kept it a rock or something that you're supposed to lean it on. Alright, so here's what we get with this TOTM. As expected, it's definitely scaled down from the genuine MRE version of the vegetarian taco pasta. As you can see with the menu number 11 from 2014, almost everything is different. Obviously you have the entree, it's the same. But the genuine one had, as a side, it had wet pack fruit, so it'd be like a, probably apples or a fruit mix. It also had cookies as a dessert. The peanut butter even was different. This one has regular peanut butter, and the genuine one has chunky peanut butter. As I mentioned, the genuine one has crackers, and this one has tortillas instead. The genuine one had, instead of having the orange beverage-based powder, it has the French vanilla instant cappuccino. It also has accessory packet B, which is one of the small accessory packs that the new ones come with. Apparently now only one of the 3 accessory packs comes with matches. Accessory pack B is a very small one, but it does have a sugar-free beverage, which is probably one of those little tubes of beverage powder that you put into a bottle of water. So in addition to missing quite a few things, another thing too is the genuine one has something called Candy 1, the number 1 component, and according to MREinfo.com, Candy 1 is chocolate toffee rolls, toffee chocolate cubes, hard caramel candy, and licorice. So it doesn't even include the M&Ms, that's under type 2. So I used to think that these were kind of packed randomly depending on what was on hand, but apparently there is a standardization to these. It's just very different from the genuine MREs. And why don't we go ahead and take a look at this meal, which would probably make a pretty good lunch, but it'd be nothing compared to genuine MREs, calories, and nutritional values. I did forget to mention that the genuine accessory kit comes with sugar-free beverage, which basically is what the orange beverage-based powder is in this one. And although the genuine one has the French vanilla cappuccino, this one does have coffee in the accessory pack, which the genuine one doesn't have. And next we're going to heat up the entree, but I did want to mention another thing too. It might seem disappointing in a way to get a TOTM instead of a genuine MRE. It's because of the amount of stuff in there and I don't know, the prestige that goes along with the genuine one. But to me, the important thing is that this is a brand new menu that came out this year. It's still 2014 when I'm filming this. It's one that I've never had, and the meal itself is from this year. This is a genuine government issue meal, even if it's not an MRE. And I do have to say, in all my years of eating MREs, including when I was in the military, I'm pretty sure I've never had one from the current calendar year. Even when I was in the military, I'd get MREs that were 2 or 3 years old for the most part. So that makes this kind of exciting. Now we'll heat it up in the flameless ration heater. I'll take the top off the heater. Here's the heating elements. 4 individual elements with the iron filings in there. I'm going to put the retort pouch and the heating element above the fill line. And then we'll put in just enough water to go between these 2 lines here. Because I spill a little bit. Slide the pouch and the heating elements down to the bottom. Fold the top over. And you want to hold it horizontal for a few seconds just to get the water into the heating elements. You want those activated by the water. And if you can get all 4 of them activated, that's all the better. I think these are all wet. And the heat's definitely starting, it's puffing up. So then we'll put it back into the envelope, or if you have a box, put it into the box. And then you want to place that at an angle on a rock or something, as it says in the instructions. There really isn't a heck of a lot in here other than the entree. One thing I forgot to do, the tortillas, the way they package these, they always seem to be split. And somebody told me once, and it seems to work pretty good, if you put the tortillas in with the entree, it heats them up, which is kind of nice, and it tends to soften them, make them a little bit less brittle. So in this case, I'm just going to put it on the other side of the pouches over here, and the heating elements here, and I'm just going to put it on the other side because it was so hot. So I think even though it's not in the pouch, I think this will be pretty effective for warming it up. And the only other things left to look at, it's not really a heck of a lot. You have the orange beverage-based powder, M&Ms for dessert, and the pack of peanut butter with nothing really to put it on. I'll probably end up putting some on one of the tortillas and just eat the pasta on its own. I'm going to try it with the tortillas since they gave me the tortillas. But because of the fact that there's such a small amount of stuff in here, even though I'm not a coffee drinker, I am going to go ahead and make up the coffee in the accessory pack. Just for second beverage and also just something else to be put on the plate, basically. For the accessory pack, like I said, it's got the salt and pepper, which is nice. And so it's got both. It's got the spoon. I'm actually using another spoon because I didn't think I was going to open this pack up. Sugar, coffee, creamer, moist towelette, and a napkin. Alright, so I got some nice hot water here. It's interesting that sometimes they use this deep rich, sometimes they use some other commercial brands, and sometimes they just use the plain brown type 1 packaging like they used to have in the 80s. So it depends on when contracts run out or change or whatever. So the coffee, the cream, and some king sugar. And there's our coffee. M&Ms. And those look good. They're not all cracked up like you sometimes see them. Just what you'd expect from pretty new M&Ms. The orange beverage-based powder comes in one of these small pouches, which is it's not one of the big ones that you can add water to it and mix it up in, or one of the contour ones that has the resealable top. So since this TOTM doesn't come with a hot beverage bag, which is sort of unfortunate, so I'm just going to go ahead and use a glass that's tall enough to handle 12 ounces of water. You can see this, but there's some chunks at the bottom. I've never been sure whether you should add the water first or the powder. With a hot beverage bag, I always like to put the water in first so you can measure it correctly, and then you can shake it up well enough so you can get rid of everything. But this not being the Carbohydrate electrolyte powder, it's more like a tang kind of a thing, and it seems to be a little bit harder to get completely mixed, but it's pretty close. I'm going to say it's good enough. Let's put some into a glass that fits a little better on the tray. I guess we'll check out our entree. I'm just going to take out the tortillas, which definitely has some heat to them. certainly isn't necessary to heat them up, but it's a nice little extra step. We forget to put our peanut butter out here, which I don't know what I'm going to use it on, but I guess just for the sake of the review, I'll put a little bit on part of the tortilla. And I suppose you could eat it with the M&Ms and make your own peanut butter M&Ms. Or just, if you're out in the field, and you just need a little pick-me-up, you can just tear off the corner and just eat it right out of the bag. Pretty thick peanut butter. And now the moment we've all been waiting for, or at least I've been waiting for, since first time I heard of vegetarian taco pasta, or vegetable crumbles with pasta in taco style sauce. It's quite a combination of stuff there. Vegetarian, taco, and pasta. This heater is still working pretty good. And it's definitely hot. I'll dry it off a little bit. It's nice having a brand new FRH that makes the stuff almost too hot to handle. And here we go. This is a vegetarian taco pasta. It smells basically just like a standard MRE pasta. I don't want to say I'm disappointed, but I'm sort of surprised. There isn't something a little bit different about it. Alright, this is our vegetarian taco pasta. This is a different kind of pasta. I'm not sure what this kind is called, a little wavy one. I think it's what the Chef Boyardee type call the lasagna noodles. I can see it's got beans in here. I guess that goes with the taco part. I see some, I don't know if these are peppers, but these some kind of oregano or something. And it does appear to have meat. This is, of course, is vegetarian, so this is the TVP, textured vegetable protein, whereas they're calling it on here vegetarian sausage crumble. Let me go ahead and try this out. Yeah, that tastes pretty good. You know what? It's pretty similar to the Spicy Penne Pasta, which is also another vegetarian one that comes with the sausage crumbles. They might have something to do with the taste, the fact that it's not meat. Despite not having real meat, it still has very much a packaged, processed kind of a flavor. Of course, that's not surprising. I mean, it's basically the same as a canned pasta, any kind of canned food, just in a retort pouch instead of a can. I wouldn't say it has a kick. It's got a little bit of spice to it. I can't really see it's all that taco-y, but I guess they did have to give it a name. It does have a little bit of a taste of a taco filling. Why don't we go ahead and try this on one of the tortillas. Which, as I said, the genuine version of this does not come with tortillas. But if they're calling it taco... The funny thing, too, is that this is a vegetarian meal, and there is another menu called beef taco filling, which is basically literally a taco filling. It's taco meat that you put on a tortilla. So it seems kind of funny that they have two separate taco meals, even though this is a vegetarian pasta version of a taco meal. That's good. There's nothing wrong with it, as long as you're expecting the processed kind of flavor. If you don't have any problem with canned pastas, like I said, the Chef Boyardee stuff, Franco American, you'll be okay with this. Another thing I didn't mention, the genuine also comes with hot sauce. And for somebody who's looking for something spicy, you get a meal that has taco in the name, you might expect a certain amount of spice. This could definitely use a little bit of hot sauce to kick it up a little bit. On the other hand, if you don't like spicy foods, you shouldn't be turned off by this because it's not that bad. Let's get the next one ready. And we'll try out the limited options we have for other foods in here. So the peanut butter, I know what to expect from that, but I've never had it on a tortilla before. Yeah, peanut butter taco. It's a little bit odd, but you basically just want something to put the peanut butter on. You know, wheat snack bread isn't anything all that spectacular either. Just a way to get the peanut butter in your mouth without making a mess. And very stick to the roof of your mouth though. So I guess whether you eat the peanut butter right out of the package, put it on the tortilla, or even mix it with the M&Ms, it's pretty good peanut butter. And speaking of the M&Ms, I don't know what to expect from these, but there's a review, right? That's what you'd expect from MREs. They don't have that kind of stale chocolate taste that they have when they've been sitting in the MRE bags for a few years. Basically, it tastes like I just went to the store and bought a pack of M&Ms. Try this coffee. Not particularly strong, but pretty good. Just instant coffee. Instant coffee with some dry creamer and some sugar. The orange beverage-based powder drink. That's a little different. A lot of the MREs nowadays, you get the Carbohydrate Electrolyte powder, which is like a Gatorade or a Kool-Aid kind of a thing, sports drink. And this is more like a breakfast drink. It's tastes, if you know what Tang is, it tastes quite a bit like Tang. Tastes a lot like Tang, actually. So it's sort of like a powdered version of orange juice. And that's really all that's in here. So I think since I had mentioned this, I'm going to go ahead and try this. I'm going to try to have a little bit of peanut butter. With the M&Ms. Do-it-yourself peanut butter M&Ms. That's not too bad, but you do want something to wash it down with. The peanut butter really does stick to the roof of your mouth a bit. So that was a look at a 2014 TOTM, or Tailored Operational Training Meal. This one was the Vegetarian Taco Pasta. Thank you for watching.